Welcome back, everyone. We're having fun in here. We are live on Facebook again, so I want to say hi to everybody. Like us, follow us. I'm going to be sharing this show. I love doing that afterwards. Everybody seems to just love those Facebook shares that I do. So I have with me now Suzanne Ryan, and she's the owner of T&H Financial Coaching. Welcome to the show. I love having you on my show, and this today has sort of been an informational show for a lot of people, a lot of learning for people. But talking to us about our money, you got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Every time you come on, You have to say that, and what you do, and what we're going to talk about today.
All right. So I am a very blessed person. I just want to start there. I am so grateful and thankful, first of all, to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But also just my life has been really wonderful. I was married for over 30 years. I raised 4 fabulous children. They're in their early 30s right now. And I was an elementary teacher for 17 years. And about 4 years ago, I became single. And so I had to readjust what I was doing. I started worrying about monthly budgeting, how I was going to handle my finances. And so what I did, along with that financial piece, is also create a new life. And so that's when I became a financial coach. I became educated on personal finances. And I just love helping people and teaching them and educating them, because that's really what's in my heart, about their personal finances.
I have to say something, because there's a lot of us out there. I went through that same divorce. I mean, I didn't start a coaching firm. I started a radio show.
Yeah, go.
But you know, right. But here's the thing. There's a lot of individuals out there, men and women. But mostly, I would say, women might even resonate with you, because women tend to do that with other women.
Yes.
But a lot of the times, for some reason, when we get married, especially the women, we say, oh, the husband will take care of the finances. And then we find that we get into this divorce situation, and then, what do I do? You're awesome at your teaching with people with that, because not only it could be someone who's been divorced, what about somebody who necessarily might have had a widowed?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Or never really did in the first place. There's always an issue when it comes to learning how to take care of your finances. None of us really know how to do it.
I do. Woohoo!
And that's what's really great.
Yes, and I love to share, because my whole goal is to empower people. I want them to live the best life they can live and be happy. I don't want them to be stressed out about their finances, because they don't know what to do and they don't understand how it all works.
Right. And I think that's awesome about you. You do what's called a balance and intention session. This is incredible. And this thing that you do, it's a 30-minute segment. Am I correct?
It is. I really take time with people and
talk
get to
about
know
what
them.
they do in this. It's free to them. We're going to open. Well, what we're going to do is we'll have to call you for that.
Yes.
So tell them about this, the session, and what you do in it.
So this session is 30 minutes, and what we do is we sit down and we have a conversation about your about your current situation and what's causing you stress about your finances. And then we look at that one step that you can start taking in order to reach financial success and reduce your stress and be a happier person.
Now, the phone number to call her is 480-353-9849. I say write the number down. I'm saying it all day today. And the reason why is because, a lot of people tend to listen to the show, and people are procrastinators, okay?
They are.
Especially with their money, too. They when it comes to stuff like this, they really don't even want, they don't care. But you know what? This is something important. I want you to write that number down and call it and talk to her. Do this 30-minute session. The number to call her, again, it's 480-353-9849, and you can check her out on her website. It's tnhfinancialcoaching.com. Well, we kind of talk a little bit about what a financial coach is, but I really wanted to go more narrow and deep, if that's okay. Okay? Why did you said because you wanted to empower people. How do you do that?
So what I found is that not only did I not know what I was doing to begin with, but as I became educated and as I became a financial coach, I know that 8 out of 10 people, 8 out of 10 Arizonans and Americans in general, really don't have any idea what they're doing with their personal finances. And so what I want them to be able to do is, how do I say this? take what they're doing with their finances and make it work for them and not for the banks and the credit cards. I want them to empower themselves and pay themselves their own money.
Right. And so they have to learn. Sometimes people have to learn how to do that. And when they do that with you, what do they have to come to the table with? Obviously, they have to be very open, be able to be...
It's very conversational. It's very easy. My clients and I end up laughing, and we actually have a good time with it. My tagline is actually financially fit and having fun, because I think that you can do that. You can be financially fit, you can be getting financially fit, and you can still have fun. We want that balance between your lifestyle and your finances.
Okay, so what's holding people back from their financial success? What do you find that it is?
So what's holding them back is there's three things that I wanted to talk about today, and one of them is organization, one of them is that month-to-month planning, and then also eliminating debt. And if you do those three things, that's really going to put you on the track to financial success. So why organization? The reason that you want to get organized, and this is truly just getting organized in your finances, and that is because it's going to reduce stress. It's going to reduce a lot of stress. The other thing it's going to do is when you're organized, you have more time because you're not searching for things. And everybody likes to live in kind of a clean environment. Not too messy, right? Messiness makes you a little bit nervous. But anyway, so what I want to share with you is one of my clients who happens to be in the trades. What was happening was he was getting his papers and his bills and everything in the mail and on his email and everything, and the papers were just getting shoved in a drawer. And every time he needed something, he'd have to go searching for them. It was a huge waste of time, get all frustrated, and funny things were coming out of his mouth. And so what happened was we actually sat down during one of his coaching sessions and we created a filing system. And the filing system was personalized for him, and so there was nothing extraneous. It was just exactly what he needed. He is so happy right now, and he pays all his bills on time. He has more time to have fun with his friends. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, I think it does start with organizing. First of all, you got to know, people who are financially stressed out, first of all, we all know that means every part of your life now is stressed out. Right?
It affects everything.
It just does. Wouldn't it be awesome to feel completely financially free?
Yes.
Financially secure. And having systems. And I think that's what we saw. You talked a little bit about something else the last time you were on, plans and things like that, that you can implement with people to help them empower themselves with their money, with their finances.
That is correct. So it's all about educating. And so if it means educating someone on how to get organized, that's what we do. If they're already organized and they don't need that, that is perfectly fine.
I also want to make it perfectly clear that you're not a financial advisor. I want them to understand the difference.
The difference is a financial advisor helps you invest your money. They have special certifications for that, and I do not invest your money. That's not what I do. What I do is I educate you about how to take care of your personal finances.
What I love about her, too, is that everything she does, she makes fun, but she also, it's so helpful. I like the last time when you were talking, too, about the plans. We're going to go to a break, and we're going to talk further about some of the things that you can do. You're going to be talking about a little bit more of the organization, also the month-to-month plan, which I really want to talk about. This is what it's all about, guys, whether it's you or someone that you know. It's in empowering yourself to be able to be financially free and secure with your finances, and that's what she does. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further. She wants you to call her. Her number is 480-353-9849. Don't procrastinate. We know you guys do that out there. We have people that listen to people for years, and then they finally call and they say, I wish I would have done it sooner. Give her a call now. It's 480-353-9849, and you're going to get that free balance and intention session. Give her a call now. Welcome back, everyone. And And we were talking with Suzanne Ryan, and she's the owner of T&H Financial Coaching. And I'm imploring everyone, whether it's you or someone that you know, call this number, her number right now. And at least if you don't call it now, write it down and call her in the next day or two, because let me say this. We all put our heads in the sand when it comes to certain things. Money is probably number one. And I'm going to say this. I know more men are more together with their money, but some of them aren't. I know.
No,
my
they're
ex-husband-
not.
You just said just now you would have. But you know what, guys, out there, everyone, let's get empowered and take control
Yes.
of our financial freedom. The number to call her direct, it's 480-353-9849, and then you're going to get that balance and intention session. Go ahead and talk, because I'm losing my voice.
Okay. So I wanted to share about the month-to-month plan, which is the second piece that I wanted to educate listeners on today. And what that really is creating goals. And without goals, then you have nothing to aim for. And so what we do is we create the simplest, easiest plan to follow that will get you to your goals. I have a client who's a single mom, and she came to me and she didn't really know what her goals were. And so when I sat down with her in our first session, that's what our main focus was. What are your goals? What do you want to do? And she was being pulled in all of these different directions. She was being pulled in all of these different directions, and so she was never actually going forward. She didn't know how to get to where she was going, because one person was telling her this, somebody else was telling her that, and it was just like, she didn't know what to do. So we created that personal plan, which is also called, part of it is called a budget, but the plan is more than a budget. And then what happened was, as we implemented that plan, she became more confident about reaching her goal, and she is now saving to purchase a home instead of rent. She wants to live in her own home with her children.
Isn't that neat?
And it's just the coolest thing ever. And it's so very important to her, and now she can do that. And then just as a side note, I mentioned that the plan is more than a budget. And it's more than a budget because it includes all the goals, and it includes all of those extra little pieces. But a budget is kind of like your best friend forever. You've heard of the BFF, right? So that's what I call a budget. It's your BFF. And so what this mom has been doing is she's been using this really fun strategy I gave her. And when something is not in her budget, it's not in her plan, and someone is trying to pull her in a direction where she doesn't want to go, she just says, "I'm sorry, that's not in my budget." And then it doesn't matter. It's just so easy to say that, because she does have a plan, and she's not saying, "I don't want to do that." It's just not in my budget right now.
I will say this. So many people will talk to everybody else about their issues, except for the person that they need to.
Except an expert.
An expert.
Yeah.
Why do people do that? Is it shame?
No, I don't think it's shame at all. I think they're just looking for answers and they don't know where to look. Financial coaching is a relatively new career, and there's very few financial coaches out there that can help people.
Right. I think that people when they have money issues, they don't realize that there is certain ways to get out without having to go bankrupt, without having to do certain things, and you would be the person that they can talk to before they take those steps.
That's correct. Yes. I really encourage people to create a plan, get some knowledge, really understand what you're doing, and not let people just talk you into doing stuff. Don't listen to just anybody. Go find an expert.
And that's what she is. And you can help anyone from anywhere. Am I correct on that?
Yes, you are. We have entered the digital world, and we do video conferencing. It's amazing.
Tell us about that.
So I have a client up in Prescott, and I drove up one day to meet the client in person, and then it turns out it's a pretty far drive. And so I got video conferencing.
It's not in your budget to drive there then use the gas.
No, it's not. So we got video conferencing. I tell you what, it's a blast. We get on that video conference and we just laugh, and we can see each other, and we get things done. It's really a lot of fun. I also have clients who are out east. I have clients in Denver. area. So it's not just here in Arizona.
Right.
It's
And
around the country.
Again, tell them for people that didn't hear a little bit about your balance and intention sessions and what you do with that. Go ahead. They're free, so go ahead.
Yes, so the Balance Intention session is 30 minutes, and we sit down and we have a conversation about your current financial situation and what's causing you stress. And then we look for that one step that you can take to get started on becoming financially free.
When people talk to you, do you find that when they finally make that call and they say, hey, they tell you what's going on and you give them that one little thing that you just said that could be the first step that you take to your financial freedom, what do they usually say to you?
They usually say, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
So you see, that's why I wanted you to hear that, because it was perfect the way you did it. And the fact is that maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. And it's not, she's told me right now, it's both men and women. So give her a call. She wants you to call her direct. That number is 480-353-9849. And wouldn't it be great to feel that feeling, what she just said? It's awesome. Love that.
Yes.
Again, you can check her out on her website. It's tnhfinancialcoaching.com. Let's go ahead.
Okay. So the third piece is paying off debt. So my clients have a clear plan of how they're going to pay off the debt. We actually get it organized. We look for opportunities in their budget of how they can reallocate money towards paying off their debt. And the goal here is that we want them to stop making the banks rich and the credit cards companies rich, and we want them to make themselves wealthy. We want them to create family wealth. And so I have a client who is a young professional, a millennial. I love working with millennials. And the problem is they had enough debt that they were actually, with the interest that they were paying, they were actually going backwards financially every month. And so by creating this debt payment plan for them, they started going forward every month because they were paying it off, and then the interest, of course, goes down, and then they can start paying themselves. And what they're excited about is now they're actually excited about their future because they have an emergency fund in case there's an emergency. They are starting to save for an investment property, which is going to increase their family wealth, and they're also starting to save in their retirement for their retirement fund. And so all these positive, wonderful things are happening, and they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They can see hope for their future.
Right. And you know, we all do it. We all get paid and we all spend way too much money, right?
I'm not making a comment on that, but yes.
Well, we do. I mean, we do. We all know that we do. And
yeah.
I think that with the crash, with things that happened, it might have changed things a little bit, but we still tend to do it. And we all know what it feels like to have this stress in our lives. And it starts with that conversation. And that's what she wants to just talk to you a little bit about, what's going on with you. Give her a call. That phone number is 480-353-9849. Can I go into this right now?
Sure.
Okay. So, financial magic. Let me talk about, I want to know what that is because I would like to
Would
see
you like
that
some
happen.
magic?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is fun, and a lot of people don't understand it. What's happening is if you have debt, it's working against you. So it's negative magic. It's black magic. But if you are saving for your future, it's positive, and it's fabulous. So here's what I want you to picture. Can you save $10 a week?
Totally.
Okay. So $10 a week, you put it in an investment account. And so what happens is that $10 a week over the course of time, in about 20 years, will be you're turning $10 into $4,000. Mm-hmm. And by the time you retire, it's going to be about $8,000. That's the magic.
So you see, there is
saving $10 a week, you can end up with $8,000.
People don't realize how fast it really adds up.
Oh, it goes fast. It's really fun to watch.
I do. I also like the idea of having the plan, the organization part of it. That everybody would admit. Well, first of all, when we get the bills, we don't even want to look at them, right?
Right.
So we put them in your pile or in the file, and we don't even look at it. And the next thing we know, we have to find what we're looking for. But I love the idea of having a plan and some of the things that you implement, which is so different than anybody else that you can talk to, your friends or whatever. She's going to give you something you can implement and start your way off on your financial life for financial freedom. What's your final words for today?
My final words are, we want people in Arizona to be empowered. We want them to be financially fit, and we want them to have fun.
And you know what? It starts with a conversation, and she makes everything fun. What I love about her, she came into the first time I ever met her, she gave me a green piggy bank with a penny in it. And, I still have it. Not only do I have that on my desk, which shows me it's all about saving and all that kind of thing, but also I have my money that I put on my little cha-ching, my merchant, take the cards, what you call that. And I look at it every day, and it just keeps on growing and growing and growing. She has things that make you think about it. She has things that she can, I love the organization parts, the plans that she can help, whether it's you or someone that you know. Let's get empowered and give her a call. You're going to get this 30-minute, it's free, balance and intention session. That number to call her direct, it's 480-353-9849. The website is tnhfinancialcoaching.com.